In this video, guys, we're going to talk about what is trading homework and why is it so important. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. All right, so speaking to a new trader, not long ago, a couple of months ago actually, to be fair. We're in lockdown at the moment, not been out and about meeting new traders for a while, but they said to me, brand new traders said to me, well, what do I do in homework? Surely all I've got to do is turn up and trade. And guys, if you've been watching the channel, you can probably see my head was just exploding very slowly inside. But new trader, give him, he's brand new, he doesn't know. And I said to him, listen, there's so much more. In fact, you should be doing the predominant chunk of your work outside of trading. So clicking the mouse and trading, fine, but actually where the edge comes is actually doing the prep, all this homework and stuff. And he said, well, what do I actually need to do? What is there to do? Surely I'm just looking at markets and picking one to trade. And I kind of went into details, which I'm going to cover now, some of the things that really you should be putting all your attention on. And the trading is a small chunk. If you think of that's your energy to give to trading, really that's part of it. There is the actual trading. The rest of it, guys, is where the legwork comes, and that's where the gains are made. The gains are made by doing all these things here. The actual trading is a small part of it. And unfortunately, most people just focus on that and wonder why they're not getting to the next level and making the same errors and everything, and don't do the homework, so to speak. And people call it homework, you can call it all sorts of stuff, you like different words for it, but you get the idea. So some of the things you might want to do is, the controversial one, some people do, some people don't, studying the market news. I like to just see what the sentiment is. What are people watching? What's the theme? What's the engine of the market? What's driving crude oil? What's driving the stocks that I'm looking at? What's driving the fear or the momentum? What is it? What are traders thinking? You don't have to go into too much depth here, but that, you don't get bogged down in this stuff, but that has to be allocated some time towards it. You have to work out exactly what is going, if that's part of your plan. Now, if you're purely technical and you're not taking into account sentiment stuff, ignore that, but you're going to have other stuff here. For example, looking at charts for ideas. So this is the one that most people will do anyway, because they want to look at charts, so they'll scan through charts, they'll get the cable chart, USD JPY chart, whatever it is, Apple chart, and go, oh yes, there's a breakout there, there's a flag, there's a head and shoulder, there's a support, there's a resistance, a moving average, and they'll go through and they'll kind of make an idea and assessment of what's going on. That's fine, and that should take up a chunk of it, because you're not going to generate any trade ideas if you're a technician by not looking at charts, or a price action trader by not looking at charts. So that's going to have to dedicate some time to it. Then we've got so much more, guys, and this is the bit that I think a lot of people from here maybe down to here miss out. Most people will look at the charts, they look at news, they get an idea of what's going on, they get an idea of the economic calendar, and they stop. And there's a big chunk left. So, analyzing your performance. This is huge. This should be the biggest chunk possible of your homework, because the biggest gains you make as a trader are going to be here, and many people aren't doing it. It's almost free money. I'm using that word on lightly. I've got to be careful using it, of course, but it is almost like, okay, if you do this work, you will most likely see improvement in your trading. I don't really say that very often, guys. You know me, I'm keeping it as real as possible on here and talk about losers and winners and some of the struggles we have to go through to get the traction and get momentum we want and get to profitability and grow and grow and grow. But one of the things, without a doubt, is if you analyze your performance, you just find patterns there that are so useful, so useful. So, and I've done videos very specifically on this before, and I definitely will be doing some again, because it's something I work on constantly, something I work on with other traders constantly, and it's something that really does pay dividends. So if you haven't subscribed and you're brand new here, make sure you do subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. So analyzing performance, look at the market you're trading. Is there a theme that I'm very good at trading this market, but I'm not very good at that market? Already, that's an instant gain in profitability. If you find out that every single trade you've taken in the last quarter in crude oil has been a loser, don't trade crude oil. Simple as that. Every single trade you've made in cable, GBP USD, has been profitable or 8% profitable. Focus more of your energy on that. Very simple. Time frame. If you're going down too low on a time frame and it's not working for you, then don't do that. Focus on the time frame that works for you. What about your strategy? Are you very good at trading momentum ignition? Ignore the exhaustion, just stick with the momentum ignition. What about the day? Some people are very, very good at trading on a Monday. Come back in, they're fresh, they're ready. Some people struggle to get in tune with the market. Is there a theme with you with that? And what about time of day? If you're a day trader, are you struggling at lunchtime because it's choppy, you're better off at the open? All these things. I mean, there's so many, guys, but analyzing your performance is so, so key, and we tend to just do the trades and forget about them. Next thing is studying prior market moves. So what slightly different from looking for fresh ideas, but we're looking for prior market moves. So example could be, let's say you want to trade Fed day. Let's say you want to trade those oscillations when the Federal Reserve comes out and makes a statement on an interest rate change, and you know that there's an oscillation in the market you trade. Let's say you trade the S&P 500 index futures E-minis, and you're actively trading the SPOs, and you look back and you see what were the movements like in the last times we had this announcement. Okay, we moved up 5 handles and back 3, moved up 6 handles and back 10. Okay, what's the most we've moved? What's the likely move? What's this? What's that? And you start to gauge it. I mean, that's just a very specific example, guys, but it works with anything else. How did USD JPY trade last time it broke out of a trend? How many days did we go up before we had one day pullback? And just getting a little bit of a gauge on what's going on. Very, very useful there. The other thing is writing new plans and ideas. So thinking about how you're going to trade a certain environment, different trade ideas, coming up with new things, coming up with new ways to express the trade, coming up with ideas to scale your trade, coming up with ideas to scale into the trade, coming up with ideas to take profits, coming up with different ideas to maybe try hedging, different things and different plans. The other thing is discovering new setups and strategies. So while you may be scanning through the charts for ideas based on current strategies you've got, what about looking for new ideas? Okay, well, I've noticed that this happens and that happens. I've noticed actually we get a break in a 3-day pullback very often. Okay, so can that become a kind of firm strategy for you? If you've noticed something day to day, can you leverage on that to create an actual setup that you can run and put live and put real money into? Well, that's something that you need to be working on, because if you don't, at some point strategies become ineffective or they just die down for a bit. You have to have a couple in your arsenal that you can go to and implement. The other thing is writing your journal. They've talked about this a lot, guys, and it's a useful thing. It doesn't take long to do, and you get so much knowledge from it. Even just the writing aspect of saying, you know what, I wasn't trading that great today, I didn't feel in tune with the market, I was a bit frustrated with yesterday's loss, or whatever it may be. Just that process itself helps you move forward, and all these things is trading homework, and all these things are so important. And guys, there's probably reams more that we could add to it, and if you want to add more that you do, then please do in the comment section below. I'm always interested to hear what homework you guys do, and the way that you kind of try to get your edge and try to cement your edge and improve your edge and become a better trader. But hey, homework's important, guys. If you don't do it, you end up just trading and pinging around and not making any traction, making some gains, making some losses. And if you're spinning your wheels, it might well be because you need to up your homework game a little bit. Take care, guys. Keep your risk managed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.